Hey guys, I'm Shelby. Welcome back, and today we are going to do something a little bit different. Normally it's DIY crafts, projects, tutorials. Today I'm going to be telling you a little bit about my packing strategies. I have a trip coming up and my packing strategies have changed quite a bit over the years, and for the better. They've improved immensely, and I wanted to share a little bit about that with you guys because just in looking online and Pinterest, there's a lot regarding travel, tips, trips, mainly how to pare your luggage down. And that's something that I've gotten very good at in recent years. So I wanted to share my strategies, the equipment I use, and how I achieve that. I was one of the worst packers on the planet. I packed absolutely everything for every scenario. Freshman year of college, I took home for winter break. Mind you, what is that, like 3 weeks? Maybe a month if you look out on your final schedule. 3 giant suitcases. I couldn't even carry them all together. I had to loop them together with string. 3 giant suitcases, 2 full carry-ons, and 3 coats. 3 coats that I wore, one on top of the other. And I mean, it was Chicago, it was winter, it wasn't that cold. But I was convinced I needed them, even though I was going home to my room with a closet full of clothes. I'm not quite sure why. And my carry-on was so heavy I almost couldn't get it into the overhead bin, and my sister was in her seat laughing hysterically. She wouldn't help me because she didn't want me to bring all that stuff to begin with, and she told me not to bring all that stuff to begin with, and she was right. She was totally right. And that experience was horrible. It was so uncomfortable, but it did teach me a very important lesson about packing and going back from home to college, where I was going to spend an entire another semester, not just 3 weeks. And I mean, it was college, it wasn't my home. I had less things there. I took way less things back. I took 2 giant suitcases, fewer carry-ons, and 1 coat. And yeah, it was still a horrible travel trip. But over the years I've pared it down, I've pared it back. And honestly, the first time I didn't check a bag was just this like light bulb moment, because, you know, if you're trying to get a better deal, you tend to fly overnight, which in college and right after you do. And it's 3 a.m., you're exhausted, you've been traveling all day, you've had layovers, and all you want to do is get out and get to your destination. And there's nothing better than getting off the plane and walking and seeing everybody lining up for the carousel for their bags, and you just like walking on out because you only have a check bag. It's fantastic. It changed my life, and I try really hard to never actually check bags now. I don't think I've checked a bag in probably 2 or 3 years. The only time I would is if, for whatever reason, I'm bringing something to someone, like a bottle of liquid, like, you know, maybe like a bottle of wine, or like a very particular, or like perfume. If like I was bringing a present for a friend and it was a bottle of perfume and it was large, I would check a bag for that because it can't be carried on, obviously, and I don't want TSA taking a giant, very expensive bottle of perfume out of my bag. So anyway, that's a pretty long intro, but I did want to tell you a little bit behind the story of why I try only to pack in carry-on, and I have a couple trips coming up this year. So I wanted to give you a brief overview of my bag, its features, what I like about it, and then that'll make it easier later down when I do show you some of my packing videos, because those are pretty popular and I like watching them, so I thought it might be fun to make a couple. And there'll be different types of trips, different lengths. This one I have coming up is to California, and it's just a long weekend, so it'll only be 4 days, so it's pretty easy to pack for that in a carry-on. But some of the other ones are like a week, maybe 2 weeks. Last year I did a 2-week trip, and it was a week in one part of the States and a week down in the other. And it was winter, and one was in the like Pacific Northwest, and then one was down in the Florida area. So they were very different types of clothing needed. So it was just about kind of prioritizing and getting everything in there. And I have a couple tricks that I want to show you guys to help make your packing lives a little bit easier. But mainly I want to show you my bag. So this is, I mean, it's kind of big, but it is a carry-on. It's a hard shell. This will fit, I mean, it really does fit in all overhead compartments that I've seen. Some more budget airlines like Spirit, you do have to pay for it anyway because they say it's too big. I've held it up to their little thing and I think it fits inside, like just barely, but they say it's too big. And you do have to pay for it for airlines like that, but it's still way cheaper than checking a bag. It just fits right into the overhead container or right under the seat in front of you. It's super easy. What I love about it is that it is sturdy, and that means I can sit on it if I'm tired. So it doubles as a bench, which is fantastic, especially for long routes. It's got a little locking mechanism on the side there, and I'll show you how that works. Let me pull the zippers up. Oh, let me tilt the camera down a little bit. Okay, so basically what you do, I'm not gonna show you my code, but you put your code in and it comes with instructions on how to do it, and then you pull the button, pull it here, and then you just stick your 2 zips in there and release it and move the code. This part is a little tricky one-handed because you need one to stick 2 zippers in 2 holes and one to hold it. Then you just do it. So I'm gonna zero out my code because that's the whole point of locking a bag. And now nobody can open your bag or unzip it. I love, love, love this feature. This is like a game changer. And then when you're going through airport security, all you have to do is just unlock it because you're with your bag the whole time, so you don't have to worry about it. You just unlock it like that. And that way, if they need to check in your bag for whatever reason, it's already open. And then you just lock it right when you get back through security. So that's a really nice feature. I love that. It's got wheels. It's must have. All of my bags have to have wheels. I am way too lazy to be carrying things. It's got a easy, it kind of smushes in and then it pulls out. And then it's also got a telescoping handle to help carry it. This bag is a Calpac. I got it years ago, but I'll see if I can find it and link it below for you because I would definitely suggest this bag to everyone. It's fantastic. If not, I'll find something really similar of theirs and link that or a couple options of ones that look the same and are like probably the same company because I know I love this bag. I know it, and you should get one like this because it's awesome. What it's also got is this little compartment here, which isn't really a compartment, but what it does is it expands your bag a couple inches, which is fantastic, especially coming home from trips when you have souvenirs. So you pack it really tight and then you get there and you're like, oh no, I overpacked. I promised myself I wouldn't do that, now I can't buy anything. Well, you can because you have another like 3 inches of space over the course of the whole thing, which is quite a bit of space, which is fantastic. So I love that feature. And then you just zip it back up. You don't want to use it and it's nice and cute and small again. So I'm going to change the camera angle and open it up, show you the inside. So if you open the bag up, it has 2 separate kind of hemispheres, if you will. This side opens, and this is usually where I put all of my clothes. That folds down. It's a nice container. It's got corners, so you can put everything in there. You can also put things that you don't want to break. Like if you're bringing a say a picture in a frame for a gift or whatever, you put it down there and it's a hard shell, so it's not going to break, and that's really nice. But anyway, I just packed my clothes up here, zip this shut. You can put flat things in here. This is usually where I put like my hair accessories or things that are flat because the pocket's not real deep, but it's a mesh, so you can see everything that you have, which is nice. It's got like a little bag down here that I usually do like bobby pins and things like that that are hair accessories but will come out of the mesh. This I think is actually for clothes because it's got the stretchy thing. I use this for non-clothes accessories. I usually open it up and then I unzip this, and I don't think you're supposed to, but I unzip it and I expose the bottom of the bag and I put my shoes in there, and that way when I zip it they're not touching anything because they're separated by this cloth, which is nice. And then if you have dirty clothes too, you just like stick them under there. And I know there's a lot of products out there on the market to like put your shoes and dirty clothes in, but see if I can get in the frame. Yeah, maybe not, that's weird. But I just put them under there. And then I put anything that's non-clothes in the side, like my hair straightener, hair brushes, things of that nature. And I'll show you guys what I bring in a packing video later on. This is just kind of like the equipment section. And then if you've got things flying all over the place, even though these are for clothes, I'm pretty sure, you can just like buckle it over the top anyway. And then normally I will either bring a bag or a tote, like a purse type thing, and I will stick my liquid travel stuff in there. Otherwise, I'll just put it right here, right on top. And then when I close my bag, because it's a dual zipper, there's a zipper here, and there's a zipper here, I'll just make sure to, well, usually I lock it, but if I'm not gonna lock it, I'll just make sure to leave them up at the top like this. And then at security, you just open it up, your liquids are right here, you pull them out, put them on the thing, and you're good to go. It's super, super easy. Like I said, I would definitely recommend this bag. It's been great, and it's really helped me to pare down my overpacking tendencies. And I still get a little crazy, but then I refuse to unzip the expander of the bag, and it's just like, if it doesn't fit, it doesn't go with. And it's helped a lot, and I'll show you a little bit more of my packing strategies and what I do to make everything fit in this bag further down the line when I'm actually packing for the trips, and it will make more sense in that case because I'll actually have clothes. But I did want to show you the bag because it's been a really great bag. I've had it for 3 years. It has been well loved, but it doesn't really show it, which is nice. It's kind of a plasticky exterior. I think there's like a few scratches on it. I guess you can't really tell. Yeah, there's like, I've got like a few marks on there, but it's held up remarkably well, especially considering what I have put it through. And it's great. It's been a great bag. So I'll link it below to see if that's something you guys want to check out, and stay tuned and I will show you some strategies for not overpacking, or if you are already a repeat overpacking offender, how to pare it down. It is hard, it's so hard, but I did it and I know you can do it too. I will link all of my socials below as well as this bag. Please thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.